Many of us think the term Dark Ages refers to a grim time in history, where there were constant war, marked by economic, intellectual and cultural decline. Like always, history is written by the victors, and they often narrates it from a biased point of view. In 711, an African army, from the empire of Umayyad Caliphate, led by the general, Tariq ibn Ziyad, arrived on the Iberian Peninsula, which is now modern-day Portugal and Spain. Since their army were more superior, they began a conquest, which would shape Iberia differently than the rest of Europe, as the land adapted to a new religion, language and culture. Hispania, or Spain, quickly became a part of the Caliph of Damascus, which was the capital of the Moorish world. This new Moorish territory was known as Al-Andalus, and included all of the Iberian Peninsula, except for the extreme northwest. This conquest would last for a period of 800 years, and there was no better place to live at that time than Córdoba, which was the capital of Al-Andalus, quoted the historian Basil Davidson. The Moors managed to extend their empire from Portugal as far as Septimania, or present-day France, to over the Alpine passes, which connect Italy to Western Europe. When the Moors arrived, Europeans were living in a backward state, poverty-stricken cities, and a disease-infested population seemed to be the norm. The streets were unpaved, darkness enveloped the nights, and latrines were common for the people to defecate in. They bathed in buckets, from a community well, that was unsanitary to say the least. The majority of the population, 90% of them, were illiterate, and agriculture for crops were limited. So the Moors quickly went to work, bringing the Spanish territory to a modern-day city. They paved the streets with raised sidewalks for pedestrians, and illuminated them with lamps at night. They created many private and public baths, toilets with tanks of water, and introduced the Spaniards to soap and essential oils. At its heights, Córdoba had over 900 public baths alone. Education was universal in Moorish Spain, available to all. The Moors created 17 universities, located in Algeria, Córdoba, Granada, Jaén, Malaga, Seville, and Toledo. The Moors introduced 70 public libraries, with the biggest one in the capital, Córdoba, which housed 600,000 manuscripts by itself. Scientific progress in astronomy, chemistry, physics, geography, and philosophy flourished in Moorish Spain. Many new crops were introduced in the agriculture fields, such as oranges, lemons, peach, apricot, fig, sugar cane, dates, ginger, pomegranate, saffron, cotton, silk, and rice, still remain some of Spain's main products today. The Moors civilized Europe in its entirety. After taking over the Iberian Peninsula, Al-Andalus, which is Spain, and Portugal, flourished under Moorish rule. The Umayyad Caliphate Empire expands all the way to Malta and Sicily. The Moors constructed huge cathedrals in honor of their Islamic religion, and sumptuous palaces for their kingdoms, while the monarchs of Germany, France, and England dwelt in big barns, with no windows, and no chimneys, and with only a hole in the roof for the exit of smoke. The Great Mosque of Córdoba, now known as La Mezquita, is still one of the architectural wonders of the world, in spite of later Spanish disfigurements. Its low scarlet and gold roof, supported by 1,000 columns of marble, jasper, and porphyry, was lit by thousands of brass and silver lamps, which burned perfumed oil. One such Moorish palace, Alhambra, literally means the Red One, in Granada, is one of Spain's architectural masterpieces. The Moors introduced earliest versions of several instruments, including the lute, or alud, the guitar, or kithara, and the lyre. They changed the style of eating by breaking meals into separate courses, beginning with soup and ending with desserts. The Moors took on many European wives, and within 2 generations, completely altered the Spanish gene pool forever. Besides introducing the Spaniards to soap, the Moors also introduced them to toothpaste, fine linen, fashion, art, language, irrigation, food preservation, and hospitals. Paper was new to Spain as well. Along with this, over 4,000 Arabic word and derived phrases were absorbed into the Spanish language. Spanish use of the words like algebra, alcohol, chemistry, nadir, alkaline, cipher, checkmate, influenza, typhoon, orange, and cable can be traced back to the Moors.